Hello students, so today we are meeting with the first chapter of mathematics. Okay, so last day we sent the chapter of science. Today is the first chapter of mathematics, that is rational numbers. So what are rational numbers? Any number that can be represented as p by q. Any number that can be represented as p by q, that is in a fractional form, can be termed as a rational number. So if I say, sir, 7 is a rational number, yes, because it can be termed as 7 by 1. Sir, 7.5, yes, rational number because it can be termed as 75 by 10. Sir, minus 3, yes, because it will be minus 3 by 1. So all the numbers that we know can be represented as a rational number. So then what is not a rational number? What is an irrational number? Irrational numbers are the numbers which are represented as root. The numbers which are represented as root, root 2, root 3, root 7, root 12. These don't have any value. Root 9 has a value, 3. Root 4, 2. Root 16, 4. Root 81, 9. But what is the value of root 50? It doesn't know the perfect value. So that is a irrational number. And any number when has a 0, any number when has 0 as a denominator, that is also irrational number. So these are all rational numbers and these are irrational numbers, correct? So rational numbers are any numbers that can be represented as a fraction of p by q, and irrational numbers are those numbers which are having denominator as 0 or they are having a square of any non-perfect square number. Any non-perfect square number when represents a root, that is a irrational number, and divided by 0, that is an irrational number. So our topic is not with irrational number. Our topic, we have to study about rational numbers. So in the beginning what I told, rational numbers are represented as p by q. They will have a definite numerator and they will have a definite denominator. ठीक है? So I can represent a rational number in many multiple forms. In many multiple forms. But the correct rational number must be in the simplest term. What is simplest term? That all the factors must be striped off. Suppose 35 by 20. It is in the form of p by q. It is also a rational number, but it is not a perfect rational number. To make it a perfect rational number, I have to strike off the common factors. Means I have to divide them with any factor that is having both of them. So 35 can be written as 5 into 7, while 20 can be written as 5 into 4. So this 5 and 5 will be cut off and my answer will be 7 by 4. So this is the perfect rational number. So rational numbers must always be represented as simplest form. They cannot be written in they should not. I am not telling them cannot, this should not be left in non-simplest terms. Correct? Now, you will be given that for any rational number, suppose 3 by 4, write any 3 multiples or forms of it. So 3 by 4 is the rational number in the simplest form. I am asked to write any other 3 forms of it. So what I will do? I will multiply the 3 by 4 by any number. Both the numbers must be multiplied to both the numerator and the, say I am multiplying it with 3. So I will multiply 3 to both. I will be getting 9 by 12. This 9 by 12 is also a form of 3 by 4. Suppose again 3 by 4, I am multiplying by 5. I will be getting 15 by 20. This 15 by 20 is also a form of 3 by 4. One more, because I have to find 3 multiples. 6 by 6, I will be getting 18 by 24. This is again a form of 3 by 4. So if a rational number is multiplied with the same number at the numerator and the denominator, I will get a different form of the rational number, which can be simplified to get the same rational number again. এটা সিম্পলিফাই করলে আমি আবার এটা ফিরে পেয়ে যাব, কিন্তু এইটা হচ্ছে এই rational number-এর আরেকটা rational form, আরেকটা form. So you may be asked in the question that write any 3 multiples or write any 3 forms of a given rational number. Now this same thing can be twisted in such a way. Find a rational number. I am writing R. R is the short form of rational number. Find a rational number of 3 by 5 with numerator 27. So this is the question. Find a rational number of 3 by 5 or rational form of 3 by 5 with numerator 27. Means I am given the question as 3 by 5. This is my numerator and this is my denominator. I have to change it to 27 by something, because the numerator is given as 27 but the denominator is not given. So how can I change this 3 to 27? This 3 can be changed to 27 by multiplying it with 9. If I multiply 9 into the numerator, I have to multiply 9 at the denominator also. So what you will get? I will get here 45. So this is my answer. I am getting a rational number of the form 3 by 5 where the numerator is 27 and denominator is 45, because you were given that the question in the numerator must be 27. Correct? Suppose one more example of this. So what is the question? Find a rational number of 4 by 9 with denominator of minus 27. So I am given the question as 4 by 9 and I have been asked to convert into a denominator of minus 27. Means I have to take minus 27 at the denominator. So how can I convert this 9 to 27? This 9 to 27 can be changed by multiplying with minus 3. If I multiply minus 3 at the denominator, I must multiply minus 3 at the numerator also. What I will get? Minus 2. So this is my new rational number of the form 4 by 9 with denominator minus 27. Not only multiply, I can do some divisions also. Suppose you are given to find a rational number of 45 as numerator of minus 5. So what I am getting? I am getting a numerator as rational number as 45 by 36. I have to change this into numerator of minus 5. So how can I change 45 to minus 5? I have to multiply 45 with minus 1 by 9. है ना? When I multiply 45 by minus 1 by 9, I will be getting minus 5, because 45 into 1 by 9 is 5. So if I multiply 1 by 9 at the numerator, I have to multiply 1 by 9 at the denominator also. So what I will get? I will get here minus. So you have to multiply or you have to divide also maybe to convert a rational number into a other rational number with a given numerator or a given denominator. Also, you may have to calculate a new rational number with a given form having certain multiples to it. Correct? The next topic. Next topic is to arranging a rational number in increasing or decreasing order. Comparing rational numbers. You have to compare which rational number is larger, which rational number is smaller. How to do it? Suppose you have been given 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. I have to check which one of them is larger and which one of them is smaller. The only way to do is that you have to equalize the denominator. You have to make the denominator equal for both the rational numbers. So the LCM of 2 and 3 will be 6. So to convert this into 6, I have to multiply it by 3 by 3, and to convert 3 into 6, I have to multiply it with 2 by 2. So what are my results? I am getting here 3 by 6 and I am getting here 2 by 6. So it is clearly seen that the denominators are same. The difference is in the numerators. As 3 is larger than 2, therefore 3 by 6 is larger than 2 by 6. Suppose I am giving a second question, that arrange 4 by 5, comma 5 by 4, comma 5 by 6. And one more I am giving. 3 by 4, 4 by 5, 5 by 4 and 5 by 6 in ascending order. How can I do it? So how many numbers do I have? I have 3 by 4, 4 by 5, 5 by 4 and 5 by 6. What I told, I have to equalize the denominator. You have to make equal the denominator. So what is the LCM of the denominators? LCM of 4, 5, 4, 6. It comes up to 60. So it is my duty to convert each and every denominator to 60. How? To convert 4 into 60, I will multiply with 15. Converting 5 to 60, I will multiply with 12. Converting again 4 to 60, I will multiply with 15. And converting 6 to 60, I will multiply with 10. So what are the results? 3 by 4 when multiplied by 15, I am getting 15 by 60. You have to multiply 15 to both, to the numerator also and to the denominator also. Then 12, what it will be? It will be 48 by 60. This one, it will be 75 by 60. And this one, it will be 50 by 60. So I was asked to arrange in ascending order. So in ascending order, which one will come at the beginning? This will come at the beginning. So I will write 15 by 60 is lesser than 48 by 60, which is lesser than 50 by 60, and which is lesser than 75 by 60. So therefore 3 by 4 is lesser than 4 by 5, is lesser than 5 by 6, is lesser than 5 by 4. So this is how my ascending or descending order can be arranged in case of rational numbers. You have to make the rational numbers with same denominator. Once the denominator is same, you can progress with the top. Correct? Next one. Now, suppose if negatives are given. Okay. So this is my question. My question is very clear that I have to find the descending order of minus 3 by 5, 5 by minus 7, only 4 by 6 and minus 6 by minus 8. The first thing that I have to do, I have to get rid of the negative from the denominator. Denominator cannot have only negative values. Always the negative value have to be shifted to the numerator. So if I can write it properly, I will write it as minus 3 by 5, comma minus 5 by 7, comma 4 by 6 and minus 6 by 8. Now this is okay. All the numerators are free of negative. Now I will find the LCM of this. So LCM is 840. So if I want to convert this one, I have to multiply it with 168. If I have to convert this one, I have to multiply with 120. For this one, I have to multiply with 140. And for this one, I have to multiply with 105. So, what I will get? I will be getting minus 494 by 840. I will be getting here So I was asked to arrange in descending order. My denominators are same. I have to see the largest number. So what is the largest number here? I have minus 494, minus 600, plus 560 and minus 630. So the largest number is this one. So I will write 560 by 840 is larger than which one? Then the next larger number is this one. Because in negative, the number which is smaller is actually the larger one. So the next number is minus 494 by 840. Then I will be getting this one, minus 600 by 840. And finally, minus 630 by 840. So what I will get? I am getting 4 by 6 is greater than minus 3 by 5 is greater than minus 5 by 7 is greater than minus 6 by 8. So this is my answer. This is how I have to compare the rational numbers depending on their ascending or descending forms. The next topic is operations of rational numbers, then addition, subtraction and all. The next topic, that is operations on real numbers. What do you mean operations? Operations mean the calculations that can be do on rational numbers, and those are either I will do sum I will do the difference, I will do the product, or I will do the quotient or the division. So these are the 4 operations that can be done on a rational number. Now, how to do sum or difference? For doing sum or difference, the first step is that find LCM of denominator and equalize the denominators. Next, add or subtract the numerators. I am repeating again. I have to add or subtract only the numerators, not the denominator. Add or subtract the numerators only by following the rules of integers. That is, plus and plus will be sum, minus and minus again sum, plus and minus, difference, minus and plus, difference, and sign of the larger number. We will put the sign of the larger number. How? Let me explain it to you. Suppose I am given a question that minus 3 by 5 plus 7 by 9. Suppose this is the question. Minus 3 by 5 and plus 7 by 9. I have to find the values of both. How can I do this? First of all, I have to find the LCM of the denominator and equalize the denominator. So what is the LCM of the denominator? The LCM is 45 of 5 and 9. So I will convert this 5 to 45. How? By multiplying with 9. And how can I convert 9 to 45? By multiplying with 5. So if I multiply this term with 9, I will get minus 3 by 9, that is equals to minus 27 by 45 plus 7 5s are 35 by 45. So the denominator is same. I will write the denominator as 1, 45. And in the numerator I am getting 27 plus 35. So what I will do, I will apply this rule. What is the rule? If both are plus, then I will find the sum. If both are minus, I will again find the sum. But if one is plus and one is minus, then I will find the difference. So here also I am getting one is positive and one is negative. So I will find the difference. What is the difference of 27 and 35? The difference of 27 and 35 is 8. And finally, I will put the sign of the larger number. I when considered these two, which is larger, 27 or 35? Of course 35 is larger, so I will put the sign of 35, that is equals to plus. So this is how my addition or subtraction of real numbers is done. Then how to do the multiplication or the division. Multiply or divide the numerators and the denominators separately. Here both the numerators and denominators are concerned, but in addition subtraction I have to find the LCM of the denominator, but I have to add or subtract only the numerator. The denominator must not be added or subtracted. But in case of multiplication or division, I have to separately multiply or divide the numerator and multiply or divide the denominator. And the second rule, put the sign as positive, positive is positive, negative, negative is also positive. positive negative is negative and negative positive is again negative. You don't have to see that which is larger or which is smaller and all. In case of multiply or divide, you will just apply this rule. In case of addition subtraction, we have to see that which number is bigger or which number is smaller for putting the sign. But in case of multiplication and division, we don't have to see the larger or the smaller number. We will just see what is the sign in front of the number. If both the numbers are positive or both the numbers are negative, I will plus the put sign. And if the signs are opposite, I will put the negative sign. So, let me explain this by an example. Okay, so this is my question. 3 by 5 into 4 by minus 7 divided by 9 by 8. So what was the rule? I had to multiply or divide the numerator and the denominator separately. So in the bracket, what I will do? I will multiply the numerator and denominator separately. So what is the value of 3 into 4? The value of 3 into 4 is 12. And what is the value of 5 into 7? Now, one more thing. Before doing this, I told them that the denominator must be excluded from all the negative sign. So if you are getting a negative sign in the numerator, make sure that you convert the negative sign on the numerator. Okay? So, what is the value? I am getting 3 into 4 is 12, 5 into 7 is 35. Now I have to put the symbols. Here the symbol is positive, here the symbol is negative. So positive and negative gives a negative. My answer is minus 12 by 34. Now I have to divide this one. So for division, I have to make a reciprocal of the number and put the sign as multiply. So I will get here 8 by 9. I will get 8 by 9. Correct? So what I will get? So I can easily see that 12, 8 is before multiplying, I can easily solve also. I am getting here 3 3s are 9 and here 3 4s are 12. Everything else is not possible. So what will the result? The results are such as 4 8s are I am getting 32 and 35 3s are I am getting as 105. And now the sign here is negative, here is positive. The sign will be again negative. Okay, one more example of this kind of questions. Okay. So this is my question. As I see here, the first and the foremost thing is that I have to solve this bracket by using the BODMAS rule. The bracket must be solved at the beginning. So if I have to convert this divide, I will write a multiply and I will do the reciprocal of this. I will get here minus 7 by minus 5 into minus 10 by 3. The negative sign must be always in the numerator. Never put the minus sign in the denominator. Okay, now the question is clear. Now I have negative sign on both the place, numerator and denominator both. So what I will do? I will strike them off. I will make them as plus. If both the negative signs are present in numerator and denominator, I will cut them. So what I am getting? I will be getting here multiplication. So I can solve this 5 ones are and 5 twos are. So 7 twos are is 14 and 3 ones are is 3. And the symbols are -1 plus -7 by 6. Correct? So what I will do, I will again find the what? I will find the LCM of 3 and 6. I have to multiply this with 2 and I have to multiply it with 1, as LCM of 3 and 6 is 6 itself. So what I am getting? I am getting minus 28 by 6 plus minus 7 by 6. I may not write plus minus both because plus minus comes as minus. So I can directly write here minus instead of writing both plus and minus. So I am getting a common denominator, that is 6. So I will write 6 as it is. Then my next topic is to find the sum, because both the signs are same. So I will find the sum of it. 28 and 7, the sum is 35. Now I have to find the sign, which one is larger. So 28 and 7, 28 is the larger and 28 is a minus sign at the beginning. So I will put a minus sign in the beginning. So this is how my rational numbers operations are done. Okay, now before moving on to next topic, I just want to tell you certain two things. One is called additive inverse, and the other one is called multiplicative inverse. What is additive inverse? To find the additive inverse of a number, change the sign of rational number. Just change the sign. And for multiplicative inverse, you have to find reciprocal. You have to find the reciprocal. Therefore, if I say find the additive inverse of 5 by minus 7, what will be the answer? This 5 by minus 7, I will put a minus in front because I have to change the sign. So what will be minus minus? Minus minus will be plus. So the answer is 5 by 7. Means I will just change the sign of it. The minus will become plus and plus will become minus. And for multiplicative inverse, this is easier. If I have to find the multiplicative inverse, I have to just reverse it, reciprocally of it. The actual rational number was 5 by minus 7. I am converting into minus 7 by 5. So, from this you can see that if I add these two, plus 5 by 7 and minus 5 by 7, what I will get the result? I will get the result as 0. So, sum of a rational number plus additive inverse is always 0. The sum of a rational number and its additive inverse is 0. And on the contrary, if I multiply both, because the multiplicative inverse, if I multiply both, what I am getting? 5 by 7 and 7 by 5. Both will cut and the answer will be 1. So therefore, the product of a rational number with multiplicative inverse is always 1. The sum of rational number with additive inverse is 0, while the product of rational number with the multiplicative inverse is always 1. So this is how my additive inverse and multiplicative inverse works. Correct? The next topic. Next is the laws pertaining to rational numbers. The first law is known as commutative law. What is commutative law? The commutative law states that any rational number a plus b will be equals to b plus a, or any rational number a into b will be equals to b into a. This is applicable only for sum and the product, not applicable for difference or the quotient. Means division and subtraction cannot be applied by the law. The commutative law says that the sum of any two rational numbers will be same from both the ways. That a plus b equals to b plus a, and a into b will be equals to b into a. The second law is associative law. What is this associative law? So what is this associative law? Associative law means whenever three or more rational numbers are taken into consideration, that I can put the any order of their addition, the result will be same. For example, for here a plus b plus c. The b plus c is added first because they are input in bracket, and a is added the next time. In here a plus b is added first and then c, and there is a plus c is added first and then b. However, I am writing the order, the sum or the result will be same. This is also applicable only for sum and product, not for subtraction or division. And finally, the distributive law. This is very important. What does the distributive law state? Distributive law states that a into what is this law? A into b plus minus c. That within bracket I can write plus or minus, but outside bracket there will be multiply. So this multiply is the distributive is applicable only for multiply. The distributive is applicable only for multiplication. This multiplication will be distributed equally to b and c. So what I will get? I will get a into b plus minus a into c. Means there may be plus also, there may be minus also. I will give an example of this. Seven into 5 minus 3. What I will get? I will multiply. I will distribute this 7 with 5. I will distribute 7 with 3. So I will get here 7 into 5. The symbol here is minus, so it will be minus. I will give 7 into 3. So the answers will be 7 into 5 is 35 minus 21. This is 14, and just see this one. 5 minus 3 is 2, 7 2 is 40. So the both the ways the answers are same. If I do this way, if I do this way. So this is called the distributive law. So there are totally 3 laws for rational number. One is the commutative law, one is associative law, and the other one is distributive law. Correct? Now I will moving on to the last topic of this rational number chapter. That is, how can I insert new rational numbers between a given value. Inserting rational numbers. how can I insert rational number between two given numbers? The basic thing is that there are two ways to find that. First, find a rational number, only one rational number between, suppose 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. You are asked to find only one rational number between 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. What I will do? I will just find the sum and divide it by 2. What I will do? I will find the sum and divide by 2. So what will be the result? The result will be 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 divided by 2. I am getting here, the LCM is 6. I will be getting 3 plus 2 by 2. The answer is 5 by 6 into 2. That is 5 by 12. So this is my one rational number that is falling between 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. So the process of calculating one rational number is just adding and then dividing by 2. But in case you are asked so now the question is, you have to find three rational numbers between 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. How you are going to do that? For doing this, the first step is the equalize the denominator. Then the second step is okay. So what are the three steps that I have written? The first step, equal the denominator. The first step was to equal the denominator. So I am going to equal the denominator of 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. I was getting 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3. So equal the denominator, I will take the LCM. What is the LCM? The LCM is 6. So to convert 2 into 6, I will multiply by 3. So I will be getting here 3 by 6 and I will be getting here 2 by 6. So my first step is completed, that I have equalized the denominators. Correct? Now what is the second step? Multiply by n plus 1. What is this n? N is the number of rational numbers asked. কটা বলেছে? তিনটে। তোমাকে কি দিয়ে মাল্টিপ্লাই করতে হবে? 3 plus 1 দিয়ে। যটা বলবে ওর থেকে +1 মাল্টিপ্লাই করবে। তোমাকে 3 বলেছে তো you will multiply with 4. Always you have to multiply with a number larger than the given number. So I am multiplying this with 4 and this also 4. So what is the result? 3 into 4 is 12. 6 into 4 is 24. 2 into 4 is 8 and 6 is to 4 is 24. Here also the denominator is the same, only the LCM numerators are different. Now I will move to third. What is the third one? Write the rational numbers. R means rational number between the numerator. So what is my numerator? The denominators are equal. Both are 24, but the numerators are different. 12 and 8. Can I get three numbers between 12 and 8? Yes, sir. They are 11, 10 and 9. So what I am getting? I am getting 11 by 24, comma 10 by 24, comma 9 by 24. So I have got three rational numbers in between two given rational numbers. Okay, but as I told in the beginning of the class that a perfect rational number must be in the simplest form. So you have to make it in simplest form. This is already in simplest. It will not cut anything. Here it will cut by 2 5s are 2 12s are. Here also 3 3s are 3 8s are. So what is the final answer? The final answers are 11 by 24, comma 5 by 12 and comma 3 by 8. These are the final rational numbers that I am getting between 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. So whenever you have to calculate the rational numbers between two given numbers, the first step is that you will find the equal denominator of both. You will equalize the denominator. Once the denominator is equalized, maybe in the question it is given that the denominator is already equalized, so you don't have to do this step. If the denominators are already equal, you don't have to do this step. You can directly jump to this one. What is that? You will multiply both the rational numbers with a number greater than the number of rational numbers to be found. So here the number of rational numbers was found to be 3, so I multiplied with 4. If you are asked 5, you will multiply with 6. If you are asked 10, you will multiply with 11, one more than the given number of rational numbers. And then after I have got the denominators and numerators, you will see that the denominators will be same, only the difference will be in the numerators. You will find the rational numbers that are present between the numerators, and that will be your answer. So this is how we can insert rational numbers between given numbers. Now the final topic of this chapter, that is word problems pertaining to this rational numbers. So what is given? The difference of two rational number is minus 3 by 5. If the first one is 1 by 4, find the other. So the first rational number, first number is given 1 by 4. The second number is not given, so I will consider the second number as x. So what I am getting? I am getting 1 by 4 minus x equals to minus 3 by 5. So I have to calculate x to calculate the second rational number. What I will do? I will carry this x to this side and minus 3 by 5 to this side. It will be 1 by 4. When the minus is shifted to this side, it will become plus 3 by 5. And this minus x when taken to this side, it will become plus x. So therefore I am getting x is equals to 1 by 4 plus 3 by 5. What is the LCM of 4 and 5? The LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. How can I convert 4 to 20? By multiplying with 5. And how can I get a 5 to 20? By multiplying with 4. So 3 4s are 12. So my answer is 17 by 20. You have to put this x to find the second one. Okay, one more example. So what is the question? When minus 2 by 3 is divided by a number, we get 5 by 4 as result. So in the question is given that minus 2 by 3 is divided by a number. What is the number? I don't know. So I will put here x equals to 5 by 4. I can write it in a proper way. Minus 2 by 3 by x equals to 5 by 4. To solve, I will take this x to this side, means cross multiplication, and 4 to this side. I will do cross multiplication. I am getting minus 2 by 3 into 4 equals to x into 5. Correct? Now how to find the 5? I am getting here minus 8 by 3 equals to 5x. So therefore x is equals to minus 8 by 3 into 5, that is equals to minus 8 by 15. So here also by applying this x method, I am getting my rational number. Correct? Next one. So the question is, the sum of three numbers is minus 17 by 3. If the first two numbers are 5 by 4 and 5 by 6, find the other number. So what I will write? I will write as, you will given the sum. So 5 by 4 plus 5 by 6 plus x equals to minus 17 by 3. है ना? So how I will find the x? First I will solve this side. How I can solve? I will find the LCM of 4 and 6. What is the LCM of 4 and 6? The LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. So I can so 4 when convert to 12 has to be multiplied with 3. So I will multiply 3 with this one, 15. 6 when converted to 12 has to be multiplied with 2. So I will multiply this with 2. There is a plus in between. Okay, then 15 plus 10 is 25 by 12 equals plus x equals to minus 17 by 3. So x is already positive. Here the x was negative. So I took x this side to make x as positive. Because the x cannot be negative, I have to change x into positive. But here the x is already negative, positive. I don't have to change the position of x. So whose position I will change? I will change the position of this one. So I will take this 25 by 12 from this to this side. So this plus 25 by 12 converts to minus 25 by 12. Then again I have to solve these 3 and 4. What is the LCM? The LCM comes as 12. So 3 into 4 is 12. Similarly 7 into 4 is 68 minus 25. Because 12 has to be multiplied with 1 to convert to 12. So I am multiplying 12 with 1, that is equals to 25. So how to find the sum of these? And putting the sign, which one is the larger sign? Minus 68. So the answer is minus 93 by 3. So this is how my word problems pertaining to rational number has to be done. You will take an x for the unknown rational number and you have to solve it accordingly. There are many other ways also, but this is one of the easiest one to find the word problems. Correct? So the chapter is basically clear and you have to complete all the exercises. I repeat, all the question of all the exercises of R.S. Agarwal. For DAV students, you have to work twice because you have to do the problem sums from both the book, that is from R.S. Agarwal and from your DAV CMC book. Then only I can explain you the next ones. Any doubts that arises from the exercise shall be sent to me and I will send it back as soon as possible. Thank you.